Hello, blonde bombshell believers. I'm actually taking a time out of my busy schedule to spend time with you. We haven't done this in a while, so am I going to do some blonde bombshell belief? Am I going to sing? Well, let's see. Thinking first and foremost, let's do a little bit of blonde bombshell belief, which is your questions and concerns. As we head into the month of October. I know this month is just, there's times that I feel like this year has dragged by, and then there's times like I'm like, what? We're in the next month already? And usually it's the end of the month that I'm going, what? We're in the next month already? But anyway, we all get down in life, and it's obvious from your questions that you've all shot me throughout the many times here that I read them, that I worry for you all, and I'm concerned as your friend. And I just hope and I pray the best for each and all of you out there going through any struggles. It's not easy. Lately, I feel like I've shut myself off from sharing with you all, and maybe in the future, I'll feel comfortable in sharing some more of my life with you. Right now, I just want to help everyone that I can that's in a bad spot, because when I uplift them, then my spirits uplift as well. It's just like something so kind. A small act of kindness can actually increase your spirit and your positivity, and for a few moments, if nothing else, makes you feel better about yourself and your life in general. One good thing that I have done when I'm off and the hot days are around, somebody asked me, what's a way that you find joy in your life? Well, it's actually pretty simple. I try to find a way to make life better for others. Take, for instance, our mail girl. On like a hot 90-degree day, I go out and I give her a bottle of water, or I find some candy in the house if it's my day off and I give it to her. Just as long as they know that they have a job too, and we all get down and we all think, you know what else could happen? But in that rare moment where you make somebody feel important, it's that act of kindness that you hope they pass on in some way during their day. And I hope that that's true for everyone. I hope that you do something a little extra for someone just once, and it's a rewarding feeling. I had a bombshell question here, which was, are you letting your hair grow back out? Yes. There's days where I'm going like this, and it's bugging me, but it's worth it. And when it gets long enough, I hope soon, knock on wood, I plan to get it just one length instead of layers, because it's bugging me. But it's not at that point, and when it does get to that point, I'll let you know. How is it different with your niece being in college? I have two nieces in college. I have one that is going to Jackson, Tennessee. She's at the Christian college down there, going to be a psychologist. Very proud of her. And then I have another niece who's going to Lakeland College. She's a business major right now. She, in her hopes, wants to go to Bloomington's Illinois College to be a realtor. And she's doing splendid as well. So I'm very proud of both nieces. The third niece is still in high school, and she's doing well too. So thank you for asking. How's the grandparents doing? We have days where my grandma gets on every last nerve. And if you've never been in this house, it's very hard for anybody to experience that and know exactly what it's like, but it's worth it. And it's rewarding in the fact of knowing that I'm helping them remain in their home. And that's something that I would not want them to live anywhere else. And it's worth it. There's days where I'm having to give an Ativan or a Valium to relax her so we all can get through these mood swings with her, which thank God I never have. And it's rewarding in the fact that she gets to be home with her animals, like Sam here and Peanut in the other room, who's Grandpa's dog, and gets to be with her husband of 72 years. and of course me, her granddaughter, and the rest of the family. But I don't regret helping them one bit. Take, for instance, this weekend, if you drove by and seen our apple tree out far, far out, it's a good stress reliever, by the way. Go out there and take your worst anxiety and stress out on something, and wow, it works out splendidly, let me tell you. We're not done with it because there's still a branch that needs to come down, and the tree itself, what's remaining, needs to be jerked up and leveled off. Some of our neighbors had nosy neighbor reports today. They were outside talking about how I went out there with a saw and I was just sawing away. Let me tell you, honey, I'd like to see you out there with a saw. I bet you can do it. Anyway, I just wanted to spurt off a remark because every once in a while I let it build up so far, and then it emotionally takes its toll on my body with my PCOS, which I feel like I haven't really spent a whole lot of time on, and one of my friends kind of dissed me on my PCOS, saying, well, you just can't have kids. There's more to PCOS than that. To be really educated on the topic, you have to research the topic. It's not just something you lightly gloss over and then say, oh, so this is it, so you can't have kids. There's a lot more to it. Your body, yes, does produce cysts. It's a hormonal imbalance. It's something you wouldn't want to wish on your worst enemy. And you just hope and pray they find a cure for it, because it's so much deeper than that. To me, PCOS means that someday I have a high risk of a heart attack, stroke level, much more than the normal average woman. And also, not only are my periods irregular, but so far, knock on wood, after I had my ovarian drilling, look that up, and let me tell you, it's not very much fun. It's gotten better over the years, but my emotions, it's not good on my body. And for those who are uneducated, or don't live with something like that, it's easy to make snide remarks and not realize how deep they hurt. And they do hurt. When you're going to be a high risk for diabetes type 2, to also ovarian cancer, there's just so much more to PCOS than ovarian cysts, or, you just can't have kids. Because with enough work at the right treatment facility, you can have kids. And the worst thing that I can say about PCOS, because I've done the research, is it's a high risk once you are pregnant to miscarry. So, just because you do get pregnant doesn't mean you're going to carry to full term. So that's, it's just so hard when you don't understand the subject. I think it's always better to educate yourself before you speak on a subject, on any topic, actually. Anyway, moving forward. We've got 2 more topics on my blonde bombshell belief, and then we're going to do it one song, there's this great song out that I heard the other day, and it's one of my bombshell questions was, what song speaks volumes to you? Well, this song I heard just one time, and I heard it on YouTube after that, and I was like, wow, old-fashioned values still exist. Deep down inside, it shows that you should value your self-worth more than just making a man happy. And it's called Make Him Wait by Abby Anderson. And if you haven't heard this song, please check it out. Listen to the lyrics. It's very moving, and it shows that if a man is a real man, then he can wait. Let's see. There's another bombshell question here. And it's a relationship one, so we gotta dig deep. Lately I've been seeing this girl. However, he says, the problem of it is she does not like the same things that I like. We're total, complete opposites. Is there a way that we can find a common ground and work things out? I don't know how many times I can say this, and I really wish there was a song about communication, but it's between you and her. You gotta sit down, you gotta talk it out. Don't do it over the phone. Don't text her. Be a man. Do it face to face. And that's what I can say. Ooh, I can hear Conway Twitty in the front room. I love Conway Twitty. Anyway, that should be one of my bombshell questions. What old-time singer do you enjoy? I enjoy most of them. There's only a handful that I don't enjoy. But thank you for joining me on this short edition, abbreviated if you will, of the bombshell belief. We'll call it bombshell belief after all. And next up, I plan on singing for you after I check on Grandma.